You don't have to be anybody else but yourself. There's only one original. Do what you have to do. Focus on you. You are great. You are powerful. You are beautiful.
So if you see her out in public.
What's up, YT? It's your girl, Shimmy. Don't forget to hit me. And I'm back with another banger, another powerful message. And if you ain't seen my last video, please go check that out. It's waiting for you. It is. I just want to ask you a question and really share a powerful message with you. Who dream are you living? Are you living your dream? Society's dreams, your mama dreams, or this planet dreams? Because in this book I'm reading, highly recommend it, The 4 Agreements. And I just read a chapter out of it that is called Domestication and the Dream of the Planet. It drops some motherfucking jewels, baby. Basically saying everything that we're seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. And since we were born, like I always say, we only know what we was taught. So we came in this world being programmed and basically domesticated to believe what others believe, as far as our mothers, sisters, the teacher, the priest. We only knew what we were taught, so we never got time to actually create our own beliefs and our own truth and dictate what felt good to us and what was right. We never got a choice until you actually choose to make that change. But like, think about it. When we were born, as soon as we come out the womb, we get taught how to act, what to do, what's right, what's wrong, even laws of society and rules. So basically, Earth is a place where we live in fear half of the time. And we live to try to be perfection based on other people's expectations. And it's just really crazy that how you can fall victim to not being true to yourself because you are trying to please someone else. And how that you will have no sense of self if you don't really build a foundation of what you actually feel is right and what's wrong. Because growing up, we only had the choice to agree with what we were taught. And growing up as a child, we felt like what the adults said was just right and just purity. But no. You have free will, you have freedom, you have self-discernment and intuition now to dictate and reprogram to what you agreed to. Because in the book he said, once you agree to something, that immediately comes to your belief. And belief turns into faith. So we put a lot of our faith into other people's hands growing up because we didn't know better, and that's fine. But now, as we heal as an adult, we need to choose what we agree into. We need to understand our truth and what we feel is right. Down to religion, to beliefs, to school, to whatever. You have free will to create your own dream and reality. Basically, it's a message, you know? This chapter was so powerful, y'all. We are just experiencing right now. We're a spiritual being having a human experience. So you need to come here and only experience the dream that you choose to experience. Don't grow up thinking that you gotta go to college because your mama wants you to go to college. That's her dream. You're not being authentic to yourself. Y'all be so scared to be yourself because y'all living through fear and not through love. To the point that y'all pretending and y'all acting like that's who you are and you're not. And I'm gonna post a video about ego and soul, the difference. But don't live through your ego. Your soul is who you are. In the beginning, he said he realized that he is light. He is a star. Like, we are all a light. You feel me? And we choose who we want to be. Read this little piece so y'all get a better understanding. So it was not your choice to speak English. You didn't choose your religion or your moral values. They were already there before you were born. We never had the opportunity to choose what we believe or what not to believe. We never chose even the smallest of these agreements. We didn't choose our own name. As children, we didn't have the opportunity to choose our beliefs. We agreed with the information that was passed to us from the dream of the planet via other humans. The only way to store information is by agreement. That's how we learn as children. Children believe everything adults say. Like I said, we agree with them, and our faith is so strong that the belief system controls our whole dream of life. We didn't choose these beliefs, and we may have rebelled against them, but we were not strong enough to win the rebellion. Meaning, even if you felt like something you were told wasn't right, as children, we felt like we didn't have power to go against what was our truth. So basically, from my experience, if I spoke my truth, I needed to stay in the child's place, because I guess as children in this society, you don't have a voice. But that's going to change, and that's going to change now. And I speak and pray that if you have children, that you allow them to be themselves, that you allow them to express themselves, not just to come to you and tell you when something wrong, but just to hear them out, because they have inner knowledge and wisdom and an opinion and a voice and a choice. Do not treat them like no pet and train them to believe and be everything you want them to be. That ain't right. I just feel like it's just not right. Basically, we live in a system of punishment and reward. Even with the jails, it's all the same cycle, that we feel like if we're not being rewarded, then we're being punished, and then our mind is a belief system of this process. We go through life judging other people based off what they achieve, what they don't, based off what they wear, what they not, what they have, and what they don't got. But that's your belief system. That's your inner world. That's the inner reflection of who you are. Release judgment. Release fear. This whole planet is just based off law, rules, etc. Choose to create your own reality, your own rules. Don't be scared to break the rules, because it really don't exist. I'm not saying go do crime, but be who you want to be without being fearful. It's not fair to yourself that you're not honoring what you want to do and who you want to be and how you want to feel because of another person. It's not fair to others that you are judging them because of your own insecurities, etc. In the dream of the planet, it is normal for humans to suffer, to live in fear, and to create emotional dramas. Basically, overthinking. The outside dream is not a pleasant dream. It's a dream of violence, a dream of fear, war, injustice. The personal dream of humans will vary, but globally it's mostly a nightmare. If we look at human society, we see a place that is so difficult to live in because it's ruled by fear. Throughout the world, we see humans suffering, angry, revenge, addiction, violence in the street, and tremendous injustice. It may exist at different levels in different countries around the world, but fear is controlling the outside dream. Meaning, if you don't want to live the outside dream, which is society, fear-based, violence, drama, judgment, anger, you need to create a dream within you that is based off love, powerful intention of healing, and just being the best person you need to be for you. Not living someone else's dream. That's the message. Whose dream are you living? Because I can tell you now, I'm not living my own dream. I'm not living my brother's dream. I'm not living the pastor's dream. I'm not living my teacher's dream or who they want me to be. I'm living for SHIMMYY, for Empress, SHIMMYY, my vision, my dream. And that will benefit the ones I love. But I'm not fit to put myself under the burner to be who you want to be when you can go be who you want to be. That's for you to do, not for me to do. You can choose to live in hell or to not, because we grew up believing that hell is a place of punishment, etc. But you create a fire already mentally on earth, and also to others, because of what you think, who you are, and what you believe. We are already living in hell. But until you choose to create your heaven on earth, you will forever be there. Don't accept and believe everything that you hear. If you don't feel intuitively that it's right, create your own truth, bro. Half of the things, 95% of what we were taught was lies. that's just that. And bro, once you come to reality and accept that, you'll start to question it, honestly. Once you understand that we're all living a dream, some are just more aware than others, then you might consider waking up a little bit. You realize people not really crazy. People just have free will, their own path and journey to be who the fuck they want to be and live whatever dream they want to live. Y'all ever think about that? Do you? Let me read this to y'all. We know we are not what we believe we are supposed to be, so we feel false, frustrated, and dishonest. We try to hide ourselves and we pretend to be what we are not. The result in that we feel unauthentic and wear social masks to keep others from noticing this. We are so afraid that someone else will notice that we are not what we pretend to be. We judge others according to our image of perfection as well, and naturally they fall short of our expectations. We dishonor ourselves just to please other people. We do harm to our physical bodies just to be accepted by others. You see teenagers taking drugs just to be rejected, just to avoid being rejected by other teenagers. They are not aware that the problem is that they don't accept themselves. They reject themselves because they are not what they pretend to be. They wish to be a certain way, but they are not. For this, they carry shame and guilt. Humans punish themselves endlessly for not being what they believe they should be. They become very self-abusive, and they use other people to abuse themselves as well. But nobody abuses us more than we abuse ourselves, and it is the judge, the victim, and the belief system that make us do this. We find people who say their husband or wife or mother or father abused them, but you know that we abuse ourselves much more than that. The way we judge ourselves is the worst judgment that ever existed. If we make a mistake in front of people, we try to deny this mistake and cover it up. But as soon as we are alone, the judge becomes so strong, the guilt is so strong, and we feel stupid, so bad, and so unworthy. In your whole life, nobody has ever abused you more than you have abused yourself. And the limit of your self-abuse is exactly the limit that you will tolerate from someone else. If someone abuses you a little more than you abuse yourself, you will probably walk away from that person. But if someone abuses you a little less than you abuse yourself, you will probably stay in a relationship and tolerate it endlessly. If you abuse yourself very badly, and you can, if you abuse yourself very badly, you can't even tolerate someone beating you, humiliating you, and treating you like dirt. Why? Because it's in your belief system. You say, I deserve this. This person is doing me a favor by being with me. I am not worthy of love and respect. I'm not good enough. We have the need to be accepted and be loved by others, but we cannot accept and love ourselves. We have the need to be accepted and loved by others, but we don't have the ability to accept and love ourselves. It will never work. This is why self-love is so important. Okay, my battery's going dead, but this is why self-love is so important. Because without self-love and self-everything, nothing can just be. Nothing is gonna grow like that. Nothing's gonna ever be good without self-love. This is so crazy. The more self-love we have, the less we will be experienced. The more self-love we have, the less we will experience self-abuse. Self-abuse comes from self-rejection, and self-rejection comes from having an image of what it means to be perfect and never measuring up to that idol. Our image of perfection is the reason we reject ourselves. It is why we don't accept ourselves the way we are, and why we don't accept others the way they are. Y'all gotta learn to just be authentically you and love yourself. Because this message is so powerful and it makes so much sense. Without even getting into the actual 4 amendments, it's already understood. I mean agreements. What the fuck? Why do I keep saying amendments? But agreements. Basically, you need to find your truth. You need to find yourself and love yourself. Because if you're not, you're operating off of fear, rejection, fear of being rejected, fear of being judged, fear of being whatever. But once you come from a place of healing, a place of love, you will know and be reassured of all these things. You will know who you are. You will not have to act or pretend anymore. You will not want to judge anybody else because you wouldn't want to be judged. And I feel like that's just the message, bro. Live your dream and don't live for nobody else. Not for what they think, not for what they can do, not for what they can validate. And especially not a bitch feelings, because baby, one thing about me, I'm gonna be everything I came here to be. And I'm gonna walk every path God showed me to walk. I don't give a goddamn fuck if I fuck gave a fuck. Listen, I'm gonna love me. I'm gonna make sure I love me before I enter any relationship. You know why? Because I don't want to accept abuse. Not physically, not verbally, and not mentally. I don't want my self-love notch to be here that I accept shit that's not honoring myself. You feel me? That's the message. I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna accept myself, and I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna live my dream because it's mine to live and nobody else's. And that's the message. What dream are you living? Who dream are you living? And if it's not 100% yours, you might want to reconstruct it. You might want to grow above it. You might just have to learn to love it. But yeah, I pray that y'all find yourself and y'all honestly find a way that honors you and who you are. And I definitely was called to make this video. It was so random, but I know you will get something out of it. And like, share, and comment. This journey is worth it. That's it. That's all. I love you. Peace, love, and light. And I'm out this bitch.